Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Proud to be an American. Where at least I know we've got a senile old coot as president.
No, is that the lyrics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm proud to be an American. Where at least I know we got an old coot. Senile old coot as president. Yeah. Those are the updated lyrics.
Wow, nice.
Wow, so embarrassing. His European tour, he's over there, I guess, for NATO stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to wind up, he's going to China, too? Or not on this trip, right? Or is it?
First of all,
he going to China?
Did he bow out of several things over there? Because he was too
a couple
tired
dinners,
from,
I think, right?
from traveling and whatnot?
Yeah. I'm torn on that. I'm torn on him not showing up for dinner because we know that he's not showing up for dinner because, well, he can't. Right? He just can't. But not showing up for dinner with these douches, I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah, well.
Hold on a second.
I mean,
I like this headline from New York Post. Biden skips NATO leader dinners as staff cites recent workload days after president lounged on beach.
that's good stuff.
New York Post.
Good stuff.
I heard from a reputable website that they were investigating a corpse washing up on the coast.
That's funny.
In
really
Delaware
funny.
this past weekend.
Yeah, the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee had him out at the beach. And what they said was the authorities were investigating a corpse washed up on the beach.
I love it.
Brilliant.
So brilliant.
So funny. So we played a few of his, I don't even know what to call them. His
Joe Biden wanderings?
Yeah, wandering around, lost, completely lost, and having to be guided by people everywhere he went. Then I found this other angle yesterday of him inspecting the guard. I think it's the Royal Guard.
Yeah,
or
maybe
whatever.
we didn't spend enough time on this yesterday.
Look at this. This is amazing.
Okay, this is when they meet. Right?
Okay, yeah.
And everybody makes a big deal about him grabbing onto the king here.
Yeah, because he's going to fall down.
The king even looks at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you touching me like that? That's awesome.
Yeah, I know you can't touch the queen. I suppose that the same rule applies, no?
Well, I mean, Charles is like, why are you? I mean, we're shaking hands.
That's him at Windsor Castle. But go to cut 22.
Yeah.
And look at this.
Yeah, because we played the inspection of the Royal Guard, and we did the side-by-side of him and Trump.
Do you have clip 22, or is that not ready yet?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, this is not what I said.
Not the whole national
No,
anthem.
This is not what I said. Anyway.
It's good to see, though, that he was putting his hand on his heart for the American.
Yeah, isn't that
national
great?
anthem.
Yeah, that's great. We were wondering if it was God Save the Queen, man. But apparently it wasn't. So that's great. But the despicable Bidens, in addition to, people noticing that he's 1,000 years old and shouldn't be in office, he's finally getting some criticism over his unacknowledged granddaughter. And he's getting some criticism even from the left, which is refreshing. But it's interesting because they can't hide from this. Joe Robinette Biden, this despicable, evil douchebag.
I mean, the whole family, him and the wife, Jill, nothing.
Yep. But he's showing his true colors by ignoring this precious little 4-year-old girl. When they lie about her, though, we all know it. When they ignore her existence, we all know it.
Yeah.
We know what they're doing. When they pretend she doesn't exist, we all know it because we know about this girl now. And one thing I think we all, or most of us anyway, still have in common is that the children in these situations are not at fault. They're innocent. If Joe Biden, the president of the United States, the grandfather of this child, if he had even a tiny bit of decency, he would say, look, I know my son has made mistakes in the past. Say what you will about all the things that led to the situation, but this precious little girl isn't one of those mistakes.
Right.
She's not one of them, and I'm not going to punish her for that. Now, Hunter is a grown man. He's over 50 years old. I've counseled him to step up and do the right thing, and that's going to be up to him. But as for me, I am her grandfather. Isn't that what he should be doing?
Amen.
And even if Hunter doesn't want to be in her life, I do. I want her in mine. Or at least he could say, if he doesn't acknowledge her existence, I do. She is my granddaughter. I have 7 grandchildren.
He has to acknowledge her as far as being a child. I mean, they took a DNA test. He fought it up until the final moment.
Yeah, and you talk about the press turning on him. Should we play clip 4? CNN doing exactly that yesterday.
All right.
This is a story that is sad and disturbing on so many levels. It's complicated. Families are really, really hard, especially when you have issues that we have seen in this one. But he's also the president, and he also has a political brand.
And I think the striking thing in that great Katie Rogers piece, if you haven't read it, you should read it, is that this is all revolving around a 4-year-old who has knowledge of who her paternal grandfather is. And that, I think, is the hard thing to reconcile, both politically and just, reading it as a human on this earth. It is just, it is so incongruent to who we've been told Joe Biden is.
Thank you, finally.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. So the recognition is starting to happen. They're starting to recognize this guy's a total douchebag. This is not who we've been told he is. Yeah, we've been trying to tell you that forever. Forever. You remember that Lindsey Graham thing where I think he's sitting in a car talking about what an outstanding human being Joe Biden is. It's like
the greatest person I ever knew.
What are you talking about? Where do you get off saying that about this guy?
It was worse than that. If you recall, Lindsey Graham not only was praising Joe Biden, but then admonishing anyone who didn't think he was the greatest person in the world.
Right.
We should play that clip at some point.
Should.
But they have always known this about him. Absolutely, the press has always known this. Now they want him out of the way. They're like, no, dude, we can't keep defending you through the next 4 years. They're paving the way for someone else, probably Gavin Newsom.
They're going to have to get him to drop out, though, and that's going to be very, very difficult to do.
Is.
Very difficult.
It sure is.
Despite the fact that everybody knows, everybody around him, I don't know if he knows it, everybody else knows he's not capable of doing this. He isn't now. He's certainly not going to be in 2.5 years.
Right. He's fading fast.
Oh, he's bad.
And
he's really
Jill,
bad.
What? Jill isn't even his handler anymore.
But yeah, I don't.
She's
is she
barely
even on this
around.
trip?
I never see her.
Did she go with him?
I don't think so. And she wasn't. As far as I know, I didn't see her at the beach this weekend. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm going to look up.
That's weird.
First ladies have a public schedule, right?
I mean, she was there with them on the balcony, right, when Hunter was doing rails at the 4th of July thing or whatever, the get-together.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That's another thing, by the way. Even the left-wing outlets are saying, hey, you know what? The Bidens were at the White House on Friday until 6:24 p.m. They didn't leave till 6:24 p.m. Friday night.
I'm telling you, that's because they're trying to blame it on the press. They've moved where the cocaine was found. We don't know how much was found. We don't know. We know that they're saying it's at a doorway that many of the members of press and other members of the public go through. Then the press are like, "Hey, that's not ours."
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. It's the press will defend any leftist that they have to. Any Democrat president, that's fine. But they have 2 rules. Now, I thought they only had 1 rule, but you've brought up another one the last few days. Number 1, you can't keep them from doing their job. It really pisses them off.
Yep.
They'll defend you, that's fine, but they've got to at least make it look like they're earning their paycheck. And now, as Jeffy has stated in the last week or so, number 2 is if you're going to blame them for something that they know, and they're covering for you, that they know you did, oh, hell no. So
now they're going to get pissed.
Yeah, now they're pissed.
Yeah. Now they're pissed. If it involves them.
Yeah. Now that's a problem.
Yeah, now it's a problem. Jeez.
And as far as
now it's a problem.
Yeah, now it's a problem. And as far as the granddaughter, that whole situation is just
it's hideous.
Just sad.
It's really, really sad. Because again, it's not her fault. Why don't you acknowledge her? You've got to. And it's not hard. I mean, I just came up with 2 different things you could say easily, and it would win people over.
It sure would.
It would say, you know what? That's great.
It might help your approval rating, too.
It might. It just might. And even if you don't want to have her in your life, say you acknowledge her existence. Just acknowledge her. I don't have control over my 50-year-old son at this point. But as for me, that's my granddaughter. How difficult is that? Would you be condemned for that, or would you be praised for that? You'd be praised universally. It's maybe a little too late for it now.
I think so.
It might be too late.
It would be too much of a show now.
Yeah.
They'd know
you're just pandering
lying.
and lying. But if you had done this, I don't know, before all this stuff started happening, why then, before everybody started asking you how many grandchildren you have, and fortunately, that was just from some innocent question from a kid.
I know.
Remember that?
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Right. Just some kid asked, hey, how many grandkids do you have? I don't think there was any intent there.
No, not at all.
I've got 4 or 5. Do I have
6?
5? No, it's 4.
I forgot one.
Yeah, he did. He forgot even a legitimate grandchild. So
right, but I mean, if he would have done that right after it was determined by the courts that it was Hunter's child,
yeah,
it would have all been over.
Yep. He wouldn't have any onus. It'd all be on Hunter at this point.
And then he still would have had a chance, though, with that kid's question.
He still could have.
If he were quick on his feet,
and he would have said,
of course,
you know
he's
what?
not.
I have 7.
Yeah.
There's 1 here. There was 1 here. There's 3 in Philadelphia. There's 1 in Arkansas. And you're done.
My son had one with that dancer down there in Arkansas.
You don't even go there.
That bartender.
But still.
I know.
You just acknowledge her existence, and it would have been fine. It really would have. I don't think anybody would be condemning him for that.
No way.
But, the only ones I've even heard trying to cover this up for him are the witches in the Coven.
Yeah, the Coven,
The
definitely.
The Coven on the View. With Whoopi Goldberg and Anna Navarro, both. We got more from Anna Navarro, I think, later on. She is just
gross.
The best. No, she's the best.
A journalist? Is that what you're going to say?
That's what. Yes.
This is part of the ABC
Just
News division.
Great journalist. Do you know that The View is considered part
That's what I said.
of
That's
ABC
part of the
News?
division.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
The freaking View is part of ABC News? Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Have you
gotta
ever
be.
gone downhill?
Interesting Christmas parties.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, the news division is getting together at the
Yeah.
Four Seasons.
Wait, why is Whoopi Goldberg here? And what's the guy's? David Muir. David Muir, by far the number one anchor.
Well,
how's that make you
network
feel,
television.
Jeffy?
How's that
Not
make you
by
feel?
far.
Yes, by far.
Let's calm down.
There's about a
Let's
3
calm
million
down just a
person
little
difference.
bit. Okay.
Check it out.
Let's calm down.
Is 3 million far, or is that close?
This.
It might be 2. It might only be 2 million, but it's millions ahead of NBC.
Just back off a little bit.
All righty.
It's your Lester Holt hatred. Okay.
I don't have any Lester Holt
You
hatred.
certainly don't.
No, I don't.
That's a whole racist thing I hear.
No,
coming
it's
from your mouth.
not.
That's
It's
what I'm hearing.
really not. And I'm not a David Muir fan. I never watch it. So I don't watch him. I don't watch ABC News. So also yesterday, Biden represented the United States in Lithuania. And isn't it great when he represents us anywhere?
Love him.
I'd rather he didn't, to be honest.
me too.
Maybe that's just me.
No,
I'm
it's-
gonna. I know
guarantee it's
I'm
not
on
just you.
an outlier, but
Well, there are 81 million votes. Most popular president of all time. So he signed his name to something over there. I don't know what.
Did we ever figure out what this is?
I think it's the visitors
Look at this.
thing, right?
Listen to this. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, good. Scared me. Didn't know what he was doing.
Look at him. He's
Yeah.
so bad.
He goes, "Do I sign this?" Like this guy,
He can barely sit.
the Lithuanian president's just like,
He's afraid he's going to fall. He is. At every moment. Everything he does is in slow motion
It
now.
sure is.
And what are you signing? Is that a guest book?
Yeah.
it better be. It better be not some other treaty.
That's
or
some other
something.
It's
bill.
a guest book
some
that gives
treaty.
another $2 billion to
Yeah.
Ukraine. That's it.
He just decided the Senate's not necessary. I just signed us to a treaty, forever treaty with Lithuania.
Oh, hold on. That definitely was a guest book. Because did you see at the very end how he had his little cheat
Yeah.
sheet? He always has to have a cheat sheet when he signs a guest book. I got to write down exactly what I want to say. Just say it. Just write it down. Why do you need to copy this?
No, he can't.
He can't.
Oh, jeez.
He's just not capable of that. Then this is amazing. He pledged U.S. troops will go repel Russia if called upon.
Watch this.
No.
Our pledge to be with you has not wavered. It didn't take us long to get thousands of troops here. When Russia invaded the second time, we'll be assured that you're going to have all that you need. If we have a Secretary of Defense today, we can send him along. He's not. All kidding aside.
Catch on that?
I'm sorry, what?
So he's talking to Lithuania. He says, and if we have to do it a second time, we'll send you everything that you need. After having said we've already sent troops the first time. I don't know. It's open for debate, but it sounded like he was telling Lithuania that
he'll send troops.
Yeah, if you get
to repel Russia if need be.
I haven't looked that up this morning to see if there's been any analysis on that, but he's just so far gone.
Has Russia invaded Lithuania?
It's been a while.
So again, let's see. Then he's invade again.
Well, I think Lithuania is a NATO country, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he's saying. We'd probably have to commit troops if they invade Lithuania.
Which is good that we're not allowing Ukraine. I mean, into NATO. No.
Have you heard Nikki Haley?
Yeah. Let's do now. Let's hear Nikki Haley now.
Oh, dear Lord.
What'd she have
We
to
don't
say?
have to give money. We don't have to put troops on the ground. It changes nothing for us to have Ukraine be able to become a part of NATO. And more than that, what I will tell you, Neil, is when this is all said and done, Ukraine is going to be one of our best allies. They're going to have one of the strongest fighting forces, and they're going to be incredibly good for us, just similar to the way Israel is. We have to see...
All right, we're done. That's all we need in that clip. Okay, did you catch that? She's like, we don't have to send troops. We don't have to send money.
Yeah.
Do you know what being a member of NATO commits you to? I mean, what the hell? Go away, neocons.
We have a treaty that requires those things.
Yes.
If attacked, the rest of the NATO nations come to your defense. That's the deal, right? That's why you want to be part of NATO.
And who would you rather have fighting for you, Lithuania or us?
Yeah, is Hungary going to jump in there too? Because if it's... I'm going to go with Hungary, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Man, are they vicious.
But that's Nikki Haley saying... Elect me as president. I don't understand one of the basic treaties that the United States has signed on to.
That's not good.
Wow.
She was the UN representative, right? I mean, and
she's part of our thing on Friday, right? We need to ask him that. Yeah, for everyone.
Our thing on Friday. What thing is that?
The forum that we're having, the town hall with Tucker and Glenn. Yeah.
Yes, she's part of that.
And so they need to all. We need to where they're all at with Ukraine.
You ever looked at the UN Charter?
Yeah, or the NATO Charter,
the NATO Charter
treaty, or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, I don't know. I mean, these people. It's outrageous. All right. Speaking of that, yes.
Here's the full quote in case you couldn't understand the audio of Biden to Lithuania. He's talking to Lithuania.
I couldn't.
Quote, it didn't take us long to get thousands of troops here when Russia invaded the second time. We'll be assured that you're going to have all that you need, end quote. Okay. I don't know what he's, dear Lord help us.
Well, that too is... that's in his favor that you can't really understand what it is he's saying, because he could be saying we will send troops, or maybe he's saying something completely different. Who knows with him? Who knows? He doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
And so somebody's just going to be left, probably KJP, to explain it later, and she won't.
I don't have anything on that.
We've been very clear on this. The president said it. I've got nothing to add to that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they've already come to his rescue on running out of ammunition, right? Saying no, we're fine.
Are we?
Thank
and of course, the answer is no, we're not. Why would he say that if we were fine?
Right.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't say that. I've got some great news for you, though. This Friday, Blaze Media is teaming up with the Family Leader to host the first presidential forum of the 2024 primaries, as we just discussed. Here's the best part. The forum is going to be moderated by Tucker Carlson.
That'll be fun.
That guy on the far left.
That'll be fun.
That's weird. Tucker Carlson's on the far left. Well, at least my far left. If you turn around, he'd be on the far right.
No, I mean, that's on the...
This is his first public event since his departure from Fox News. So that's fun. And after Tucker's done asking the questions to the candidates, he and Glenn are going to get together on stage for a special episode of Glenn TV.
All right.
All coming up on Friday night. Don't miss the Blaze Media Summit. BlazeMediaSummit.com. Go there right now. Click Notify Me button, and you'll get an alert when we go live. It's going to be an event you don't want to miss. BlazeMediaSummit.com.
Wow. Yeah.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Wow. So go to blazetv.com/Pat. Use the promo code SUMMIT.
Yeah, see?
And you get $30 off.
We're looking out for you.
$30
That's what we do.
That's awesome. At least two of those people that we showed on the screen there, I mean, two of those people are for the Ukraine war. Pence and Nikki Haley now, obviously, is all for that.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be done with that. We just have to be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think DeSantis wants to be done. Trump wants to be done.
Have to be done. No one's talking about any kind of peace project. I mean, none of it. It's just we're going to continue to
let's stop
fight
the
for
war.
Ukraine. No, they can still have the war.
I think we should
if
stop
Russia
the
and
war.
Ukraine want to fight, you go ahead and fight.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
But we're done sending you money.
I haven't watched this, but the headline from a day ago, Vivek Ramaswamy, Ukraine should punch its own bully in the nose.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
All righty.
Good.
I like it. And they are with our fist.
I mean, right.
That's been the problem so far.
Right. I mean, we should absolutely be sitting down with these people to
end this
thing. Yes.
Yeah.
To end it.
Look, what do we?
And
have
we
to
have
do?
the power for that. Come on now.
We do.
We should have ended it before it even started.
Do we still have
Yes.
that kind of power?
Well,
I mean, when
I'd like to believe so.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't know when the leader of Ukraine is extorting the leader of the United States. Do we still have that kind of pull?
Do we have that? Do we have that photo of all the NATO leaders standing around with each other?
Because Zelensky's still holding out hope. Come on, please, guys, let me in the club. I want to be in
Look at this.
NATO.
Look at this.
just
And he's
all-
standing there all by himself.
Who will talk to me? Will anybody talk to me? Hello?
Is that the wife?
That's
think
so great.
Is that his wife there? Is that the wife?
I don't
That's
know.
why he's standing there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, but honestly, because he's feeling I like the ISO on that.
Yeah.
He's feeling so sad.
Look at that.
Look at him.
Won't anybody talk to me? Please? Someone?
Instead, you know what he's doing? He's bitching about us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the unmitigated gall of this guy? The very giblets of him. Once we've given him, I don't know, $220 billion in aid. Wow. All forms. You know, that includes everything. The others are going to tell you $75 billion. Yeah, like a year ago it was $75 billion. Come on. We're giving him billions every week.
And I'm not saying that he's, I mean, it's obvious that he's not taking any money for himself. Otherwise, he'd have a suit.
That's the best evidence that
Right.
he's clean as a whistle.
I know that rock stars can wear anything they want, but you're not a
look at
rock
this.
star, bro.
Yeah, right? You
what
would think he would feel out of place.
He would.
Everybody around you is dressed, like a professional of some sort. You got this on? It's
I
not
mean,
even business casual.
His saving grace is if he shows up in Pennsylvania, then he
Unreal.
can hang out with what's his face.
Yeah. Fetterman, John Fetterman.
Act
and
like
him.
you've been there, bro.
I know.
Maybe that's why
It's
they're not
sad.
letting you in the club. It's because you show up to the clubhouse dressed like that. But okay, all he's doing is whining. I want a NATO, blah blah blah. So I got a thought here. Pac-12 looking to expand. What if they invite Ukraine to join their conference? Will he shut up then? Can we just shuffle him off that way? Ugh, so aggravating, this
That'd
guy.
be great. Well, they could join in soccer. Do they have anything else? Basketball, maybe.
Okay.
I think some Ukrainians play basketball.
Maybe some pickleball.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know if that's an NCAA sanctioned sport.
Oh my God.
Will be soon.
That is
probably.
That feels like a Jeffy prediction. By 2036, pickleball will be an Olympic sport.
You betcha.
One of our neighbors just built a pickleball court.
Did you go over and say hi? Yep. You want to play?
Yeah.
You'll be over there soon.
I will. Yeah, I will.
You'll be over there doing a little pickleball.
Then I was where was I yesterday? The grocery store, I think. And some of the South Lake women were all talking about pickleball. How they just got done playing pickleball. Yeah. Me too. That is awesome. Great. I thought, I know it's ridiculous and it's everywhere, but my brain thought, he is not going to say they set up a pickleball court in the middle of Kroger. Are you going to say that? No. Fortunately, they didn't do that, but they had just come from the pickleball
courts. Yeah.
So that's great. I mean, everybody is in on this thing, except me. Mm-hmm. I've not yet played pickleball. Have you?
Well, you've got your neighbor.
I do have my neighbor.
So
I feel like you say that about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's into fill in the blank, except me.
Except me.
Yeah, I'm a holdout.
I'm
going to conform.
Well, Twitter, for instance.
Oh, no, you're all over Twitter.
Yeah.
My gosh.
All over it.
Ridiculous.
So there were discussions about Biden's anger lately in the media. And apparently Joy Behar, in particular, shared a little too much.
Oh, no.
On The View yesterday from the Coven.
I'm turned on by Biden's anger. I am too. I like it.
You like it?
I do.
Well, you have said that before.
I like that.
Oh, my gosh. I'm turned on.
You've said that before.
I'm turned on by Biden's anger.
I don't want the thought of Joy Behar being turned on by anything.
That's too much information. We don't need that. Don't need that at all.
If it wasn't because of the dementia, I may be okay with it.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's just old man dementia anger, though. That's what it is. He just doesn't have a governor anymore, and so he flies off the handle at the drop of a hat.
Yes.
And everybody says so at the White House now. And we had that story yesterday. They won't even go in by themselves anymore.
Right.
They have to bring somebody with them because they're going to get dressed down.
What's interesting is that everything, and this is it's not a shock to this audience, but everything that they have said that happened under the Trump administration is happening now under the Biden administration. Drugs at the White House, the president flying off the handle, swearing and cussing at people, not knowing where he is, barely able to walk. It's incredible.
Drugs during the Trump administration?
They certainly claim that Junior and Donald were, Adderalling up for most of the presidency.
A little different than cocaine, but yes. Okay. Adderall.
All right.
Was it a prescription for him?
You just snorted up some Adderall to get through the day.
Isn't everybody on Adderall?
Okay, sorry, pickleballer. I didn't mean to break your Adderall
is
bubble.
On Adderall. All right. Let's see. House GOP conservatives have sent Kevin McCarthy an ultimatum on funding the government. A group of 21 House conservatives sent Speaker Kevin McCarthy a letter Monday. And it was a strongly worded letter from 21 of them, part of an escalating battle over a must-pass bill, highlighting the challenges that McCarthy is facing right now.
Yeah,
getting all of this legislation through the House. Congress has until September 30th to agree on a bill to fund the government in order to avoid a shutdown. Still no budget. Jeez.
Yeah. And so they want him to vote on these 12 separate spending bills.
I can't.
And if for every minute that the House GOP, the conservatives over there, have to sit there and babysit Kevin McCarthy and the promises that he made, that's less time than they have to write up impeachment papers for Joe Biden. Take votes on that.
Yeah.
Time to get this guy out of there.
Yep.
Really?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, it's time.
Okay.
It's time.
According to Scott Perry of Pennsylvania and Chip Roy from Texas, they are insisting that Congress spend less than the levels agreed to. He said, we plan to vote against any appropriations bill designed to achieve the approximately $1,586 billion top-line spending level.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's it, though.
Pretty soon you're talking about real money.
I know. No. He had another couple $1,000.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
welcome. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter got a few tweets here. Kenneth Parker tweets, Zelensky's outfit in his court jester costume.
There it is.
Yeah.
He performs for the fools that lead the world. There it is.
That's probably not far from the truth.
Yeah. Sweet Stalker. Zelensky looks so out of place, he almost looks photoshopped.
He does.
Yeah.
It does look photoshopped. I kind of thought the same thing. I think that is his wife there, though. She's dressed.
She's dressed up.
For the part. Yeah.
She looks fine. Sons of Thunder 43. When Joy and the Coven are turned on, I turn them off. Brian Hall. I think Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. is afraid of the backlash Hunter would bring if he's outed by his father. Lots of animosity on Hunter's end via the laptop from hell.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's boy. That relationship between those two
interesting,
has to
isn't
be...
it? Yeah, strained. At least.
Are you following this?
It's almost as if Hunter was doing a lot of this on purpose.
Almost.
You've had that theory before.
I know.
This is
interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting because he's not Bo.
No,
and he never will be.
No, that's right. Bo died in Iraq. Of course, fighting for our freedom.
That's right.
Yeah.
They actually fought over a burn pit for months.
For months.
And months.
Yeah. That's why he died there.
That's correct.
At the burn pit.
That's correct.
In Iraq. All right. Let's
Which is why he has a monument in Kosovo.
But
anyway.
Let's chew the fat with Jeffy.
So let's use brain cells before we post.
Wait a minute. Fox News has Marianne Williamson
yes,
on?
they do. I was just thinking about is she going to yodel?
Are they ever hard up for guests?
I don't.
Is she going to?
Wow. That's amazing.
I think we're hard up for guests. Isn't she a presidential candidate?
She sure is.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then you
Nobody
might
knows that.
Rethink your hard up for guests comment.
Wow. Are you surprised, though, that Marianne Williamson would appear on Fox?
I know.
Surprises me. All right.
She needs.
Normally way over there with Bernie and Elizabeth.
I mean, she needs the views, man. I mean,
she does. She
needs the people to know who she is for sure. That's why she's on Fox.
That's amazing.
Holy cow. So anyway, I do have some sad news to start with, and I don't normally like to start with sad news, but Megan Rapinoe is going to retire from women's soccer.
Good.
After this
Good
current
riddance.
NWSL season.
Man. She's a nightmare.
She's
a nightmare.
Retire.
She's a nightmare. And she's about 10 years beyond her prime playing
I know.
anyway.
I know.
Good.
But I mean, she's won a gold medal, a couple of World Cups.
Yep.
The Women's World Cup kicks off the 20th of this month, I think, in Australia and New Zealand. So
is she still going to play that and then retire?
Yeah. Which is why it's amazing that she said in an interview that, a more inclusive approach to sports, I would absolutely be welcome to transgender women onto the USWNT.
Unreal.
Huh.
I mean, that is unreal.
I mean, she's not going to be playing to get her ass kicked when it happens. So
right. That's
what
right.
does it matter?
Yeah, she didn't care. Although she said there's no advantage.
Difference. Yeah, there's no advantage.
No difference. Really?
Yeah.
Because I remember Serena Williams saying
Stephen.
No, that wasn't Serena.
Oh, the Munchkin. I forgot about that KJP flub.
Really?
So many.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because no, it's true. It's true. It's a completely
Yeah, it's true. It's a completely different sport. She said, tennis with men, completely different sport than tennis for women. And
yeah,
so
but that's tennis.
Why,
that's not soccer.
That's right. But because when a woman When a woman plays against men in soccer, it's a completely different sport.
And that's the thing. You're cherry picking.
Yeah, that's right.
You're leaning on that example. The man's talking about soccer.
Let's talk about soccer then. The women's national soccer team came to Dallas and played a 14 and under team here and lost 5-1.
You only have one example.
5-1.
That was a friendly, though. Come on.
It was a friendly. It was. And then they went to England and they played a bunch of the men's teams in the Premier League.
Got their butts kicked.
And in one of those games lost 12-0.
Yeah, I mean, they cut it short.
And they had to stop it after
they cut it short.
That was after 36 minutes. 36 minutes, 12-0. They lost that whole... That tournament, I believe the combined score was 24-1.
For those that
for the three teams that they
want to watch the women's soccer,
but there's no difference.
Deal. The U.S. women play Vietnam at 8 p.m. on Friday, July 21st.
Vietnam,
awesome.
And then they play the Netherlands. Wednesday, July 26th. That's at 8 p.m. These are
think
Central
the Netherlands
times, by the
punches above their weight.
They always
so
punch
we'll
above
see
their
what
weight.
happens
I'm
there.
pretty sure these are all Central time. And then Portugal. Oh, this will be worth being awake for. On August 1st, they're going to play Portugal at 2 a.m. Central Time.
I'm going to be watching that.
Portugal's good. Well, I'll just record it. I don't know that I'll catch it live.
Okay.
Depending on the day.
Are you a fan or not? Bro.
All right, I'll catch it live.
It's a
then.
Tuesday morning.
So, then we're good then. No problem. Today, the 12th of July, 2023, for those of you watching and listening live, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, today, baby. At the theaters.
Which one's
Dead
a weird
Reckoning,
opening?
Dead Reckoning Part 1.
A Wednesday opening.
So we're looking at, they're hoping that this is going to revive the theater world. And
I think it will.
I think it will, too. Probably 300 million at least this weekend. That's what they're hoping. And then next weekend, you'll have the second week, obviously, of Mission Impossible. And then you have Barbie and Oppenheimer next week. So they are being released on the same day. So AMC claims that more than 20,000 members of its AMC Stubs loyalty program have already bought tickets to see both movies on the same day. So they have staggered showtime, so moviegoers can attend both more easily. Did you?
What
did you? Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbie and Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Are those the same audience? I don't.
I mean, sure, I guess, because I want to see them both.
Do you?
I want to see them both, but what am I seeing first? Oppenheimer, Margot Robbie. Oppenheimer, Margot Robbie.
Well, that's a good point.
Oppenheimer, Margot Robbie. Probably, you choose. You choose whatever makes you
Women's soccer.
Also today, the Netflix docuseries drops that should be awesome. Quarterback. It's a new 8-episode docuseries from NFL Films and Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions. Follows 3 quarterbacks throughout the 2022 season.
Let's go upstairs
giving
now
an
and read,
unprecedented look.
Why does the NFL have so many rules against hitting quarterbacks? The quarterback throwing a pass is wide open for dangerous hits. An injury to the quarterback can sink a team's entire season.
I'm going to take you out here.
No. Hell no. I'm good.
This is about as close as they'll ever get to seeing what it's like to be a quarterback in this league.
I dedicate my life to football.
All day. All day.
I love to compete. I love the relationships that come with that. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
He's score. He's down.
10.
Oh, I would have gotten up. Everybody sees the game days, but they don't see the day-to-day grind.
Every season's a roller coaster.
Hey, you get one opportunity a week. Marcus, so keep it and score. Let's go!
It's really nice to get him away from football and spend time with our family.
Oh my gosh, he made it the first try.
How many did y'all make?
I can do that one.
I said, just kind of a basic guy.
We call it dad style.
If ever I do go out of my shell, it seems to become a thing.
Dive in.
Let's go. This was the turducken. You get one game plan one game, and a completely different game plan the next. That's a good ass hit, though. Great play, dog.
I know what I signed up for.
You just got to be able to buck with your chin strap up.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
love that.
My instinct has always been I'm going to be the guy to make the play.
Oh, is it?
Let's talk about your season. Let's talk about that pass.
Mahomes is in trouble.
Have we seen the whole series? Is that... I mean, that's...
Yeah, there you go.
It's quite a promo.
Absolutely.
I want to see it, though.
Yeah, me too.
All access? Yeah.
Netflix, huh?
Netflix starts today. 8 episodes. Complete. I mean, they were with them all season.
So,
wow. Mahomes.
That's great.
Yeah, Mahomes, go ahead.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. I can't wait for after the 13th game for the Falcons when Marcus Mariota gets benched for the rookie Desmond Ridder and then leaves the Falcons facility. I hope that's in there where he just disappears from the team for the last 4 weeks of the season. That'll be fun.
I'm sure it will be.
Right?
I mean, they had complete access to that. I saw an interview with Peyton, and he said that he went to them personally. Because he said originally, Peyton said when he was younger, he would not have wanted this. But if this would have happened when he was older, he would have done it. Because they gave them all access,
That's cool.
in everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
Good. That's great.
Pretty incredible. Okay, it's finally over. Oh, or is it? Elton John bid goodbye to his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. Played his last show on the tour in Sweden this past weekend. Before launching into the final song, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, of course.
For the dogs of society howl.
He thanked fans of the crowd that have been to hundreds of shows by name. And then he thanked everyone for their support.
And? Oh.
And it's just amazing. I've had the most wonderful career, beyond belief. 52 years of pure joy playing music. How lucky am I to play music? But you know, I wouldn't be sitting here and talking to you if it wasn't for you. You bought the singles, the albums, the CDs, the cassettes, but more importantly, you bought the tickets to the shows. And you know how much I love to play live. It's been my lifeblood to play for you guys. And you've been absolutely magnificent. Thank you.
Awesome.
He should have said, "You can't plant me in your penthouse."
Well, he did.
I'm going back to my plow.
And he did later.
Did he?
He did later. That's when he sang the song. Right. He had a big video montage of pics behind him, too. It was pretty awesome. 333 shows over a 5-year-long tour.
Wow.
Delayed by COVID and an injury. He now holds the record for the most money ever made from ticket sales.
Really?
$900+ million. On this tour.
Wow.
It's going to probably end up to be about 930-ish.
They think
million.
Taylor Swift is going to break that this year, but
well, yeah.
We'll see.
Well, but not so fast for Taylor because they're saying Taylor might get the 1.4 billion on this tour, but Beyonce's on tour too, and Beyonce they're saying might break 2 billion.
Really?
I mean, maybe even break. She'll break the 1.4 probably of Taylor on this tour.
Incredible.
So
it's really something.
I know. Yeah, you can just take it for as long as you can.
All right, let me tell you about Raycons. Not Ray-Bans, Raycon. These Raycon earbuds are the best. If you travel a lot, I'm never without these on vacation. And so you want to keep these Raycons with you all the time. They fit in your ear. They stay in your ear. They're comfortable there because they have the gel tips that fit everybody, a whole bunch of different sizes. One is going to fit you. And they sound fantastic. They're the best. And they're so much less expensive than, the big brand name, the ones that hang down your ear like giant sticks hanging down on both sides. They're stupid looking. And these sound just as good, if not better. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life, too, including 8 hours of playtime, so you can listen to what you want, when you want, for a really long time. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, Patheads like you can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/gray. That's BUY, raycon.com/gray. Buyraycon.com/gray to save 15%.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
A little bit more Chewing the Fat here on Pat Gray Unleashed, a podcast you should subscribe to, available wherever you get your podcast. Chewing the Fat with yours truly, Jeff Fisher. Then please subscribe and enjoy. Where's we? I got a quick time for just to let you know that Elton is done. Madonna is posting on Instagram again, saying no, she. What do you mean she's done? No, she's saying that she's going back on tour. She's going to do the European tour, and then they're going to reschedule the U.S. tour. She posted a selfie on Instagram there. She looks pretty good, actually. I know she looks. She's still under a doctor's care.
She looks different, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that. She's totally changed her face.
She looks good, though. I mean, she looks
young.
Yeah, she looks a lot better. So anyway, I'm just saying that,
I mean, that doesn't look like her.
The Queen of Pop. That's the Queen of Pop. What do you mean it doesn't look like her? That's her.
Looks like somebody, but not her.
He said she looks good, so
she does. Oh, and I meant to tell you. I'm thinking about suing Fox News and Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
I mean, I never met Tucker, but he harassed me psychically.
Did he?
They settled the lawsuit.
Well, he's good at that because he was never in the office with that woman.
He settled the lawsuit with her.
I know.
$12 million.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
Yes.
Yeah. $12.5 million.
$12 million. And Fox said,
I mean, that's asinine.
We're pleased to have been able to
Stop
resolve
it.
this matter.
Are you pleased?
Without further
dummies.
litigation.
Are you kidding me? There were photos of Nancy Pelosi in a swimsuit, and they didn't mean it in a complimentary way. And somebody said something mean about the breastfeeding room. Shut up. Get out of here.
If
Go
that's
home.
worth $12 million.
I know, right?
Come on. I know.
Jeez. Unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
What are you going to do?
Nobody
Sue him,
touched
I
her?
guess.
Apparently nobody touched her. I don't think she made any claim
And
of
she never
any
met
kind of...
Tucker.
Right. Didn't even meet him in person.
But the harassment was based on her gender and Jewish religion.
Oh, shut up.
And that she was coerced
into
in deposition testimony in the Dominion litigation.
Oh, man.
So it's connected to Dominion.
Yeah.
That explains that.
That's exactly right.
It sure does.
And that also explains what's
They just
happening
want-
with Ray Epps right now, too.
They just want all the Dominion stuff to go away, and they'll probably pay Ray Epps off in a big fat way. He'll get $50 million or so.
You know what? And it serves Fox News right.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It does. Stupids. Whatever. Whatever.
So anyway, my lawsuit was pending.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Some tweets here for you. Big Poppy tweets, never forget that Trump campaigned for McCarthy to be Speaker. He made personal phone calls to members of Congress. The best people. Ugh. Big Poppy, you may not criticize Donald Trump. That's verboten, and we all know it, don't we? Don't we? So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we know it. So you can't do that.
No, maybe we just, are we going to let him off?
This one time.
All right. I'll put the baseball bat away. But
okay.
I'm not going to stand.
Amazing,
I'm not going to
though,
stand for it anymore.
I mean, the Trumpites will pile on. So look out. Bad Engineer tweets, after Miss Netherlands, the Netherlands women's national team may be all men.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
They may identify. I mean,
they identify.
Thank you, as female. So shut up.
Runner92 tweets, I have tickets for both Barbie Friday morning and Oppenheimer Friday evening. We are the same audience, and we listen to you.
Yeah, there you
bless
go.
you for that, and thank you. Caffeinated Texan, Barbie and Oppenheimer, both are examples of how to make a bomb. All right. Well, I don't think
Barbie's
the
not going to bomb.
That will not bomb.
No.
Not with Margot Robbie.
No
as
way.
Barbie.
No way. Because every father in America. Oh, you wanted to go see Barbie? Okay.
All right. Ow. Okay.
All right. I'll go see it.
My daughters, who are in their 30s, well, two of them are excited about it.
Yeah.
They really want to see it. So,
and the wives will want to see Ryan Gosling. It'll be all let's go.
Ryan Gosling seems a little old for Ken.
Well, he needed
Maybe
the
it's just
gig and
me.
he looks good.
Yeah? All right.
That's
he
your
needed the
take.
gig, and he looks good.
Jeffrey thinks he looks good.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Well,
noted.
Noted. The other day on the Coven, Anna Navarro made a fool of herself again, as she always does.
I mean, this show is nightmarish.
I don't even know how it's on the air anymore. I mean, they lie. They're incorrect on almost everything they say. And they still are featured every day.
They sure are.
But here's what she had to say the other day.
I'll see. Well, it wasn't me in New Hampshire screaming, "We say gay," though I wish I would have. I try to do it every time I'm anywhere near Ron DeSantis or any of his people.
Do you?
I go around like a dog in Florida with my head outside of my car. We say gay! We say gay! We say gay!
So is she saying that she's inferring that she stalks people that are associated with Ron DeSantis so that she could drive around like a dog, to quote her, with her head out the window yelling, "We say gay! We say gay!"
Which, by the way, had nothing to do with anything.
Don't say. Don't say.
It was not about not saying gay. It wasn't about that. There's nothing in the law about that.
Wait, Ron Perlman, he said
Thank
that?
you.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
Ron Perlman?
I love that.
Okay.
Oh, Ron, here's
Good morning, Governor DeSantis.
Ron here.
What a loser.
Hello.
Don't say gay.
Don't say gay. Don't say.
Don't say.
Don't say.
Don't
That's
say.
the first two words in a sentence spoken by a political leader of a state.
No.
In the United States of America. Don't say.
No, he didn't. No.
Don't fucking say, you fucking Nazi pig.
Oh, jeez.
Say.
Say.
First Amendment.
Wow, this is stupid.
Read about it.
Maybe you should.
Then run for office.
I'm not. The dumbest. Yeah, I can't take it.
Don't say.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Do we have this moron's tweet about how he was leaving Twitter for Threads? What did he say?
Yeah,
oh, there it is.
Taking my business to Threads.
Wait, go back to that. You had it up there. You just had the tweet. Breaking news. I'm taking my business to Threads. Haters, stay the F out.
Yeah, because there's certainly no hate in that guy.
No,
right?
There's no hate at all. He quit Twitter one other time, too, and then decided that he was going to stick around because they never quit.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
They say they quit so they can stick around and see what people say about them saying that they were quitting.
Yeah.
It's just
I do appreciate this tweet from, who's that guy? Is it John
Reston?
Reston. John Reston. Ron Perlman. Net worth $45 million. Dentist visits 0.
Don't say.
I like, the thing
is, the first thing from a political leader.
He's such a douche, but I like a lot of his work. So, I mean,
like
I'm torn.
what?
I'm torn.
What has he ever been in?
Sons of Anarchy, he was great in.
I've never seen it.
He was great in Stranger Things. And he's a voice in the new Transformers movie. I mean,
what did he do in Stranger Things?
He was like the cop, the sheriff or whatever in Stranger Things, right? Wasn't he in Stranger Things?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
That wasn't
Ron
him.
Perlman? Mm-mm. I don't think so. No. The cop, the sheriff, the guy?
Who was it?
No. That's a different guy. That's not Ron Perlman.
Oh, okay.
He was not in that.
I honestly, I thought he was.
No. No, he was
I
not.
Look that up now.
So go ahead and remove that.
All right. Well, then you know what? Never mind.
Moron.
Wow. Never mind. Honestly, I thought he was.
Joe tells me it's David Harbour. Chris tells me you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. That's possible. But
possible?
Oh, no.
That's what I said. It's possible.
It's just fact. I mean, we know that's just fact.
Apparently, let's see here. I don't know. I'm not getting into this.
What?
I just know that's not Ron Perlman. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out the Hellboy reboot with Stranger Things star. That's interesting. Listen to this.
Oh, Hellboy. He was in that.
Hellboy.
I'll bet that was good.
Reboot with Stranger Things star.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they actually used your guy that you're talking about that reminded you of Perlman to replace Perlman in Hellboy reboot. How interesting is that?
Oh, wow.
So I rescued a little bit there for you.
So Ron Perlman is not in the reboot
I don't know. Oh, this article's old. Never mind.
Huh.
Whatever.
All right.
Moving on.
But he was awesome in Sons of Anarchy and is in a voice in the new Transformers movie.
Okay.
I don't know where I got the Stranger
He's
Things.
a voice in the new Transformers? Is that what you said?
He's one of the Transformers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which one? The one that breaks down all the time?
So you've seen the new one?
Yeah,
Is it good?
Hello. Got Transformer freaks in my house.
Oh, really?
Seen it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was another Transformers movie.
I was just watching a promo of it yesterday that said it was the best Transformers of all time. No? Better than
That's
the
my
original
review.
Shia LaBeouf?
Those were okay. They're Transformers movies.
Yeah, it's a very low bar. It is.
By the way, it is
really
because the main lead is a Puerto Rican dude from the Bronx in the 90s. So
Yeah.
of course it's going to be legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What you said, Chris. Yeah.
Faux show.
Diversity higher.
38% of students at Brown don't say gay, don't say. They identify as LGBT.
Oh, how cool.
38%. That's double the number from 2010.
Wow.
Shoo.
How awesome that they all seem to show up there.
Yeah, isn't that great?
How's that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. 38% says they're not straight, while in 2010 that number was 14%, so it's more than doubled. Wow, that's going on tripled. The national average, according to Gallup's latest poll, was 7.2%. At Brown, it's 38%. Wow, 5 times the national number. Interesting. The Ivy League schools' numbers for homosexuality have jumped 26% over the 13-year span. Bisexuality increased by 232%.
Okay.
While all other categories went up by a staggering 793%. Okay. All right, there's nothing going on, though. There's no social contagion here. It's not just in to be any of these. This is actual. You're born like this. While the overall share of those who have identified as LGBT has increased dramatically, the subcategories have changed drastically over the latter years as they've been introduced. Bisexuality has increased and represents about 53% of those who aren't straight. That's up from 41% in 2012. However, homosexuality has plummeted over 46% of the share to less than 23% in favor of more obscure identities.
Okay.
For example, questioning/unsure represents 17% of the LGBT. So you got to add the Q there, right? You got to be LGBTQ there. After just over a year on the ballot. Queer comes in at 14%. Pansexual. Well, you see, they need a lot more letters here. They got LGBTQ. You need a P in there somewhere for pansexuals because that's at 17. No, it's at 7%, and 4% for asexual.
No pluses, no IAs.
Why don't they just do
twos?
No.
If you belong to the A to Z plus community? Seems like that would be quicker and cover the same ground.
Yes, yeah, it would. This data appears to have some presuppositions that can easily be disputed. Pansexuality, which according to WebMD means an attraction to people regardless of their gender, assumes one agrees that there are more than 2 genders.
All right.
Those are just
if that basic
people
fact is not agreed upon, then pansexual simply means bisexual. Right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think pansexual, it's just people that are always in the mood. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm getting a no from in there?
Yeah, we
okay.
heard a
We got the
definite
voice
nope.
of authority, Chris Cruz, getting on the microphone here. Okay, talk to us about pansexual.
Pansexuals have no sex at all. They just are.
No, that's asexual.
Yeah, that's asexual.
That's asexual. Pansexual is I'll have sex with anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Like I said,
anything.
always in the mood.
Yeah, right. Yep. So you were wrong there, Chris.
Wow,
Sorry.
bro.
Back to the drawing board, my friend.
Oh, disappointed.
All right. Let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. Because every day the parallel economy grows bigger and bigger. It's powered by everyday Americans who are sick and tired of the woke propaganda that's being jammed down our throats. Big mobile companies are doing it. For years, they've been dumping millions into leftist causes, and we had to take it. Because you need a cell phone, right? And you probably thought there was no alternative, but now there is. It's Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They offer Dependable nationwide coverage on all 3 major networks, so you get the best possible service in your area without the woke politics. When you switch to Patriot Mobile, you send a message that you support free speech, religious freedom, sanctity of life, the Second Amendment, on and on. And they have 100% U.S.-based customer service. So they make switching really easy for you. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 878-PATRIOT. You'll get free activation right now with the offer code PAT. patriotmobile.com/Pat or 878-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
And welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to talk to Tim Ballard about his new movie. The movie featuring his work at Homeland Security and then privately with OUR. Should be interesting because, man, is that getting an ugly reception from the left.
He's taking some heat, which is unbelievable.
Unreal. It's just unreal.
But we say that with so many stories now, it's not unbelievable anymore.
I know. Got some tweets here. Grifterbot tweets, no matter how many investigations are made and how much time is spent, no Biden will ever pay for their crimes. It does feel that way, doesn't it?
It sure does.
It really does.
It sure does.
Snoopy Boo tweets, so Ron Perlman is leaving Twitter for Threads, showcasing his mastery for career decisions once again.
I've got a new thought about Ron Perlman, though. Yeah. I know now why I like so much of his work.
Oh, why?
Because it wasn't him.
Okay.
It's a good reason.
Yeah.
It's a good reason. And I love the fact that they're resurrecting that "don't say gay" thing again. What? Why?
Yeah,
where's that coming
hanging
from?
on another lie.
It
hang
is
on another lie.
You know what? It's like the hands up, don't shoot lie. Remember that?
Yes.
The BS from the Michael Brown shooting. He never said that. Nobody said hands up, don't shoot. Mm-hmm. In fact, he fought the police officer and got shot because of it.
And numerous black witnesses testified to that.
Yes. Yeah. And just like
Doesn't
don't
matter.
say gay has nothing to do with the law we're talking about. Ugh. Drives me out of my mind. Oops, All Berries tweets, are you sure that poll of students at Brown wasn't just asking the students about their selected majors? Pretty sure. Yeah. Speaking of Tim, whom we're going to speak to coming up in just a few minutes, Jewel is actually promoting the movie right now.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see that video from her?
Yeah, she posted up on Instagram because
Here it
everybody's...
is.
okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. And it goes a little
guys.
something like this.
I just saw The Sound of Freedom. You have to see it. I'm so verklempt. Some friends of mine made this movie, and it's been years of it being in production. It's the most inspiring film. Did you know that there are millions of children in slavery? This is the fastest growing criminal enterprise. Mm-hmm. And the amount of children enslaved right now is greater than all 300 years of the transatlantic slave trade.
Huh.
Ooh, you're allowed to say
What the actual F? This is a true story about a man who just doesn't give up on a child. It is so touching. You're gonna love it. Please go see it. This is a little indie movie it's competing with all of the giant blockbusters, and it's kicking butt, and it deserves it. Go see this to have your heart filled. Love you guys. Take care of your babies.
No doubt.
That's nice. That's nice.
No doubt.
Very cool.
No, she's awesome.
Yeah. Is she a friend of Tim's or Jim Caviezel, I wonder?
I don't know.
Star of the movie, Sound of Freedom, of course. Jim Caviezel was giving an interview when he discussed how he apparently got blacklisted in Hollywood.
No.
Hard to believe.
That sure is.
Isn't it? Because why would Hollywood do that to him?
But we've seen this over and over again in the media. You said ivermectin's bad. That's listed under the NIH. Mm-hmm. Hydroxychloroquine is bad for us. That's listed under the NIH. Adrenochrome, that's not true. It's C9H9NO3. This is a chemical compound that is absolutely listed. It's been around in modern science since the 1930s. You can actually, there's a synthetic form and there's a a regular, natural form, which is caused by torturing little kids.
Yeah.
To get their adrenaline up, essentially, and then extracting it from them.
Just horrible.
When you sit and meet, and so I brought this up a few years ago, and all of a sudden I was attacked by every media. Look it up. It's there. They absolutely went after me. And the next day, I never heard from my agency for 14 months. My lawyers let me go. My agency never called me after that, and essentially I was done. And so when we go and do movies like this, you spend a great deal of time with agents, working with them. I didn't realize the connection, though, to my industry and to Epstein Island and all of that. But obviously there is.
Obviously there is.
I think that's pretty clear. Yeah, there is a connection there between Hollywood and Jeffrey Epstein type activities.
Beyond Hollywood, too.
Now, what is the adrenochrome thing, though? We found this from Truth Justice. The adrenochrome empire. What is driving the child trafficking demand? Child sex, organ harvesting, and adrenochrome? This is a big deal. Adrenochrome is an elite drug they've used for many years. 10 times more potent than heroin, with mystical qualities to make you look younger?
Yeah. That's what they claim.
That's what they
I'm
think,
completely unfamiliar
That's what they claim.
with the adrenochrome thing. Just, I don't know anything about it. How is adrenochrome produced? When a child knows he's going to die, his body secretes adrenaline. It's the worst horror ever seen. The child is terrorized and screaming, thus increasing the amount of adrenaline that's flowing through their body. My gosh.
This is horrific. This truly is horrific.
Wow. That is really horrible.
And this goes on to describe how they extract it. And
this says that the human trafficking and child trafficking, with all its evil components combined, is a $152 billion business. $152 billion business. Wow, that's crazy. That is unbelievable. Now, again, this is the first I'm ever hearing of this adrenochrome thing.
Yeah.
Although I did see it, I saw it mentioned in, was it the Rolling Stone article? That was about the review.
Hollywood has talked about it many times. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it a few times on Chewing, but it's just a way to be younger and the trafficking.
Something
of these
elites
kids.
do. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so you really like this Rolling Stone article about the movie, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Big fan.
Really, really good. Yeah.
I mean,
you're close to getting into the adrenochrome world now with Mr. Ozempic. Just saying, you're there.
What? I'm not taking Ozempic.
Oh yeah, well you're taking Mounjaro.
Yes,
same thing.
So
same thing.
What does that have to do with adrenochrome?
It's elites having to be able to be thin without eating. And still being able to eat.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Really?
That's what it is. Hollywood's been doing it forever.
Okay.
It's just finally out. Hollywood's been doing the Mounjaro and the Ozempic forever, just so
it's
they
made
could
from
continue to
adrenochrome?
eat, but they could work out and be thin and look great.
That's good. There's our Jeffy, our resident dot connector. Can we see the guy?
The guy who wrote "The Sound of Freedom" is a superhero movie for dads with brain worms. There he is.
There's the author.
Is this the Rolling Stone article?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Mr. Rolling Stone right
that's
there.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a slut moment. I mean, gee, that thing. Look,
who are these
I don't want
people?
to make any aspersions here.
No,
but,
you don't want to cast aspersions.
Boy, he sure.
No.
He sure looks interesting, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he does.
Almost like he. Yeah, never
Is he shirtless or naked or
shirtless,
what's going on there?
Whenever you take a selfie
we could
in front of a
we could only
flowering
hope.
bush, you got to take your shirt off.
Right. Yeah, you have to. I think that's a rule.
Poolside.
That's a rule. Is he poolside? It looks like he's just bush side.
I don't know.
You can write your own jokes.
Where's
Go
the
ahead.
pool? There's no pool there.
Yeah, bro, where's your
no pool?
That's right there.
What are you talking about?
Right there, it's a poolside.
Boy, but so that guy right there we're looking at, unfortunately for way too long, wrote the article in Rolling Stone that effectively defended the indefensible, I guess, right?
Yeah.
By ripping this movie. And you got to wonder about this seemingly coordinated attack against a movie that's against child predators, sex trafficking of minors.
Right. And listen to this. Here's the last, I think I referenced this the other day. Here's the last paragraph of the Rolling Stone article about Sound of Freedom. There is visible suffering all around us in America. There are poor and unhoused, and people brutalized or killed by police. There are mass shootings, lack of health care, climate disasters, and yet, over and over, the far right turns to these sordid fantasies about godless monsters hurting children. What, that's not going on? So you're saying it doesn't happen? Now, as in the 1980s satanic panic, they won't even face the fact that most kids who suffer sexual abuse are harmed not by a shadowy cabal of strangers, but at the hands of a family member. So this is how they're justifying bashing the crap out of this movie that is trying to tackle a super important issue on our planet. And I guess we shouldn't pay any attention to it because there's other problems going on, too.
This pushback against this movie shows...
It's just unbelievable.
I mean, this coordinated attack against it just shows you, don't stand between pedophiles and kids, man, because they will lash out.
I mean,
that's what's happening.
Is there something to that? Absolutely. I think there must be.
There has to be.
I wasn't convinced of that before, but now, based on the reaction to this movie...
Right?
Yeah, methinks you doth protest too much. Huh. We'll talk to Tim Ballard next.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
How'd that make you feel? Giving a child his freedom.
Felt good.
You have been at this for 12 years.
My country 'tis of thee.
Why are you doing it?
Because God's children are not for sale. It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen.
For Homeland Security, you know we can't go off rescuing Honduran kids in Colombia.
This job tears you to pieces. And this is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
And yet somehow you have failed to bring me one real-world lead.
It's over, Tim. Close up and come back home.
So you quit your job and you go and rescue those kids.
So felt that through.
Welcome. Let me take a minute, tell you about, from small family farms to your dining table. Moink gives you access to the freshest, sustainably sourced meat and fish, all while supporting American family farms.
Awesome.
You can help save the family farm and get access to the highest quality meat on earth when you join the Moink movement today.
I have joined the Moink movement.
I'm so glad you have.
And I just want to let you know, Pat, that oink, oink, I've been moinked. Okay?
They do guarantee that's what you'll say. And you did.
Thank you.
I didn't really believe it.
Well,
but you said it.
True.
Good. All right. Oink, oink. Jeffy's been moinked.
I mean, anywhere there's food, right?
That's awesome. You choose the meat delivered in every box, like ribeyes, chicken breasts, pork chops to salmon fillets, lots more. Plus, you can cancel anytime. It's so delicious. The bacon is the best you'll ever have.
Awesome.
The steaks are fantastic. Yeah. Keep American farming going by signing up at moinkbox.com/unleashed. Right now, listeners to this show will get free ground beef for a year.
Nice.
That's 1 year of the best ground beef you'll ever taste, but for a limited time. It's spelled MOINK, moinkbox.com/unleashed. That's moinkbox.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Yep. All right. Welcome. Hopefully by now you have seen the movie Sound of Freedom. And if not, you're planning to see it.
And if you haven't, go see it again.
Yes, and if you have, see it again. And they've got a really cool thing.
Pay it forward.
Where you can pay it forward. You can pay for somebody else to go see the movie. Somebody who maybe couldn't afford it otherwise. So it's an awesome movie. It is. It's not the feel-good movie of the year necessarily.
It's a little dark, but it is
a little dark. But it is so important.
Yes.
And we have Tim Ballard on the line with us right now. Tim, welcome.
Hey, Pat, how you doing? Jeffy, how you guys doing?
Good. Good to hear from you.
And you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Listen, what have you been surprised by the backlash from the left on this movie?
I have. I mean, the left usually doesn't surprise me with their craziness, but this is outlandish. I mean, they're coming after us saying QAnon this and it's a QAnon movie.
Yes.
But what's killing them, their argument, is the fact that this film, as you guys know, because I've been working with you from day one.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, your audience and Glenn's audience, I mean, that's who funded the very operation the film depicts.
Yeah.
And this all happened, including the writing and production of the film, happened well before, like years before anyone heard the name QAnon, whatever the heck that even means.
Right.
So their argument falls apart from out of the gate.
Well, there is not even a hint of QAnon stuff in this movie. I don't understand it unless it's all about something that Caviezel has said in interviews. Is it about this? What is it? Adrenochrome or something? I don't know. But they're trying to tie that into the movie somehow, and that's how they're calling this QAnon adjacent.
Yeah, well,
bizarre.
I mean, CNN flat out said there are principles and doctrines of QAnon embedded throughout the film. So they went beyond whatever Jim might have said, and then of course, like everything at CNN, the headline never matches the content. In this case, there was no content, just a headline, and they couldn't even make a connection.
It's amazing. But very cool stuff has happened since the movie came out last Wednesday on the 4th of July. And on the 4th of July, the movie beat Indiana Jones' new movie, Dial of Destiny, straight up. Was that had to be amazing for you?
It was so amazing because, first of all, Indiana Jones had a whole weekend on us.
Right.
Angel Studios had the cojones to open up on a Monday.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones had 2,000 more theaters than we had, and still on July 4th, we beat them with all of that, with all the odds against us.
And what I love
a little bit either. It's like by a couple million dollars.
It was pretty awesome to see too the fact that you beat them on average screen. You beat their numbers per screen because they're on like you said, like 2,000 more screens than you are. But you averaged more money per screen, which is just really incredible for a little movie that could. What was the budget on this? $14 million?
$14 million. Yep.
Yeah.
So with all
I think the P&A was like $3 million.
Yeah.
So you compare that to Indiana Jones, where they're like $300 million. I can't.
Yeah, it was $300 million.
Yeah.
Almost $300 million to make that, and then that didn't even include the marketing.
Correct.
It was like a $350-400 million movie. It's unbelievable.
It sure is. So obviously you've been surprised by the backlash, but have you been hopefully surprised by some of the good that's come from this?
So much so because, one thing, whenever I come on the Blaze programs, it's always, and I always hear it, I always thank you for bringing me on because the ratings just start going down. The listeners start going down. They start dropping as I'm on because it's not, like you said, it's not the feel-good subject of the year to talk about. And so it's always been a challenge. How do we get people to come and listen and pay attention? And they're doing it. It's resonating. And I think it has to do with the fact that kids are under attack right now throughout all of America, this horrific culture. the culture war on kids. So I think people are feeling that, and it's resonating.
Definitely.
Tim, this is Keith. God bless you for everything you and your group does. The movie's fantastic. We're so grateful as a society for what you do to rescue these kids. I just wonder, in the back of the entire time I watched the movie, and the entire time I've really known you, I've thought in the back of my mind, some bad people have seen you as you've been a part of these rescue operations. I think about your family, and I just hope that measures are taken, and I almost hate to speak this out there, man, but I just think about your family and watching that movie, and, just how secure do you feel? Like, are you guys well protected? I just think about you, man. That's what I'm.
No, Keith, thank you. Yeah. So it's an interesting question. When I left the government after 12 years, one of the things we felt really called to do is be a voice for this, because no one was talking about it, and so we had to make up the decision 10 years ago. Are we going to come out and speak? And it was a decision we made after fasting, prayer, like serious. We had to get confirmation, because if it did get big and we got known, that was a threat. So, and so we felt really good about that. We still do. We have big fences. We have a mean-looking dog, and then on top of that, we believe in angels. So, I mean, that's the short answer.
Are you still going out on raids?
No, the last big one we did that I led was probably the one I was the happiest about was last year. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a docuseries featuring Mel Gibson, produced by Tony Robbins.
Wow!
It's an operation that started in Ukraine, and we ended in Latin America. We tracked this Dutch pedophile ring that was recruiting war victim children out of Ukraine. So it's called The Hidden War, and it'll be a docuseries coming out early next year. So, and that's the last one, because this movie's destroyed any future for my
you're done, right? I mean, there's no way. Everybody knows who you are now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Tell me about finishing this movie in 2018, and then 5 years ago. So what happened back then that we didn't see it until now?
Well, ironically, it was all ready to go, and then Fox produced this, and then Disney buys Fox. So Disney had the film, and Disney made it very clear it's so ironic now, this poetic justice.
Yeah.
You can't imagine.
Interesting.
And they said, and they made it very clear, we're not going to do anything with this. We're not going to do anything.
Put it on the shelf.
Wow. They told us that.
Wow.
And so Eduardo Verástegui fought like heck to get it back from them, and he finally got it back. And then, and then it went through several hands. A beautiful thing happened. I was invited to the set of The Chosen last year, just to tour it, just because there was a friend there, and I get there, and there's the Harmon brothers are there, the executive producers. But it was the only day they were there, actually, on the whole that season, when they shot at the set in Goshen, that's owned by the LDS Church, and they let The Chosen use it. And they happened to be there, and we recognized each other, and I told them about this film. So the deal was actually commenced on the set, on the fake Jerusalem set of The Chosen. So
very cool.
From that point on, it seemed very miraculous. And then when I got them with Eduardo and Jim Caviezel, it was 5 days later they signed a deal. 90 days later, they're putting the movie out. That's how fast it happened.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
That's amazing.
And how ironic that it was Disney who shelved it.
That is interesting.
And then it's Disney that you beat on the day the movie came out. That's awesome.
That is.
I love
so
that.
So was it always...
Also, do you know this, that Disney, this is very public, Disney sued Angel Studios, or actually VidAngel, when their first company.
I remember
and
that.
So and it went on, it almost destroyed them. It almost destroyed them.
Yeah.
And then Disney finally walked away in 2020 because they're losing so much money because of, whatever, the shutdowns, whatever. But there's so much poetic justice and beautiful irony in this whole thing.
Yeah.
So was it always, even when it was shelved by Disney, was it always to be titled Sound of Freedom?
Yes, that was on the very first script I read back in 2017.
Because that's from the movie. I mean, that's where you hear the sound of freedom, right?
Correct, and that line was actually said after the raid on the operation in the island, and one of my operators said to me in tears as the kids were like laughing finally and like singing. He said, "That's the sound of freedom." And it sounds cheesy saying it here, but in real life it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think it plays on the film also not
right.
Not cheesy.
No, it does.
It's a real line. So it was what happened.
The biggest question I had after seeing the movie probably was, I think it was answered on your website right away. But for anybody who doesn't know, have you ever killed a man, Tim?
No.
that you can admit to, Tim.
You could tell us.
And it is a good point, Jeffy. If I had, I wouldn't.
That's correct.
We wanted to be sure, and I told the producers, I said, "You're going to make me look way more badass than I am." and you did, and I'm not going to stand by that because I got to answer to my maker. So anything you exaggerate, I'm going to be clear about. I did a podcast episode a week before the movie came out, and I kind of did some spoiler alerts just because I want to make sure I'm integrous and I don't want to have imposter syndrome or feel that at all. So
which is
very transparent.
Which is amazing because that's one of the criticisms that people are leveling is that it's a big exaggeration and Tim didn't do that, and it's like you address that on the website.
Exactly.
You make it clear. It's frustrating, isn't it? You must be a little bit frustrated. I know the good outweighs the bad, but still, when you're getting attacked like this for no reason. It's
always frustrating, but what's interesting is Angel Studios has a documentary that they're going to put out. It's called Triple Take. It's the true story documented of what happened on the island, and it's in some cases in the film it's underreported what happened. They report 54 rescues. In fact, there was 123 rescues, and they didn't have time to get into the whole thing that happened on October 11th, 2014 in Colombia. It was much bigger, and the documentary that Angel Studios is putting out in a few months called Triple Take is going to dissect the entire thing because we filmed everything. And it's an Emmy-winning documentary, but no one's seen it yet. So we're excited to be able to come out and show how it's even underreported in the film. Some pieces of it.
That's awesome.
You're just turning into a movie star. Is what's happening.
That's really cool. and you actually offered the movie, didn't you? Try to sell the movie to Netflix and Amazon, and they both turned it down.
Yeah, after Eduardo got it back from Disney, he went to everybody. Yeah. And I'm just going, is this movie bad? Am I just biased? I watch people watch it, and they're very moved by it, and I couldn't understand. No one wanted, but I felt this peace, like God's in charge of this. The timing has to be right. The partners have to be right. And when we met Angel, everything changed. It was just, I just felt good. I felt light. I felt this is it, and it was.
Wow. It's great how things worked out.
No kidding.
And, it will because it's good. It's a good cause, and you've been doing good for a really long time, and so you really deserve this. Thanks for everything you do, Tim. Congratulations on the success of this movie. It is awesome. Everybody should see it. Just check your local listings. It's playing near you somewhere. I imagine this will eventually wind up streaming. You have a deal on that yet?
Yeah, they can't talk about that quite yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, there will be that option. And I just want to say thanks to you guys and your audience. Is you guys built this. Your audience has built this. Your audience has literally raised the initial money that allowed us to do the operation that's depicted in the film. So even more reason for your audiences to go see this movie because they really participated in it.
You're welcome. No problem, Tim. We're here for you. Okay.
Jeffy's been hard at work for you. You know that, Tim, for a good long time. All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. All right. See you soon.
All right. See you. All right, man. Just incredible
That guy
work.
he does amazing, man.
Good work.
Literally God's work.
And there's absolutely no reason to bash that work. Why would you? Why would you?
I mean, some would make the case that you're evil.
Yeah. That's the only reason.
Why,
right?
Some would.
You enjoy the sex trafficking of children.
Yeah.
You appreciate it. That's the only reason I can think of. All right. Have you been given bad advice about your retirement savings? Were you told to max out your 401k? Maybe the Wall Street casino loves to roll the dice with your hard-earned life savings, but the only thing Wall Street guarantees is that they always get paid, whether you do or not. There's a better way to grow your nest egg. It's bank on yourself. That's a guaranteed and predictable way to grow your hard-earned money. This retirement plan alternative gives you 100% control of your money, plus tax-free income in retirement. Guaranteed, predictable growth and retirement income. There's no luck, there's no skill, there's no guesswork required. Your plan doesn't go backward when the markets tumble. Both your principal and growth are locked in. And it's tax-free retirement income. You know what your tax rate's going to be in retirement. It'll be 0. under the current tax laws. Now, get a free report with all the details on how the Bank on Yourself strategy adds guarantees, predictability, tax savings, and control to your financial plan. Just go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed. That's bankonyourself.com/unleashed.
Beware, Pat Gray is unleashed.
Oh, jeez. I was gonna mention this to Tim. The Department of Justice, led by Joe Biden, okay, just took child sex trafficking off its list of offenses.
I wonder what that's about.
That it regards as areas of concern. It's not an area of concern anymore.
I wonder how that
Don't
affects
worry
him.
about
We
it.
should have talked about
I wish I would have asked him that.
Get him back on the line.
The DOJ removed information from their website on child sex trafficking in late May. Section had been added by President Donald Trump's administration and highlighted that cracking down on the international sex trafficking of minors was a top priority for the U.S. government. Now,
Not so
it's
much.
Not an area.
I just saw a video
not
not long ago of Tim Ballard with Donald Trump at the White House.
Oh, wow.
I assume was at the White House, where he was breaking down what was happening around the world and the U.S. as far as people being trafficked into this country across the border with no walls and no security, and that's why Trump was so big. I mean, he was horrified by it.
So let me get this straight. So the guy who has showered with his daughter, his Department of Justice
That was
just
in her
said,
dream.
Just said,
Yeah,
we're not going to go after sex crimes of kids.
That's right.
Okay. That's good. So,
Yeah, that's right. You got it. No, you got it down.
So we've got another angle of.
There's a different angle. We had different angles of. We're going to have. We'll show you a different angle of Biden with the king.
Right, we did that. Yeah.
And,
but we.
Yeah. We haven't actually gotten to that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're going to see that. Yeah.
This is a wide angle lens of Zelensky at the G7. Come on, baby.
So it's a different angle.
Different angle. So there you go. There's Vladimir Zelensky.
That's funny. Is that funny? That's
Who
funny.
was that did this?
Very funny.
I don't know, but that's good.
Very funny. Different angle. You see different things.
Right.
At different
That's
camera
right.
angles, you see different things.
That's right.
That's what happens.
He didn't look quite as tall as we thought from the other angle.
So what was the thing you were talking about?
The King Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We talked about it earlier.
Yes. Yeah, I think we do have the actual angle I was talking about earlier, which was 2 hours ago now. But here it is. Okay?
So, yeah.
Okay, go this way, Mr. President. No, he just stands there. Go this way, Mr. What? Yes, come this way, stupid! And then finally, he wanders off.
Every time he's walking next to Charles, he has to hold on to him.
Yeah, because he's going to fall down.
That is awesome. If you please play that again, because
watch this.
The king is like,
Charles is like, come on, man, dude, let's go. Okay,
He's
here he
saying,
goes.
"Is this
Let's
for
go.
real?"
Okay, let's go this way.
Is this
Nope.
happening?
no,
And he's
we're gonna go this way.
This guy's got a weird hat.
Is that real bear
this
skin?
This way. Finally, and then he finally gets going.
He touches him again.
He's a total embarrassment. It's just a complete embarrassment.
He uses people for balance now.
Yeah, he does.
But he tries to make it look like it's
Like I'm
buddy.
hugging him. We're really close. I'm close
But
with
it's
the
all
king.
balance, and the king is like, "What? Don't touch me, bro."
That's what I thought. Royalty shouldn't.
You could quote, let's quote the king on that. Don't touch me, bro. Okay.
That'll be a future bingo square.
Don't touch me,
Jeffy,
bro.
Don't touch me,
don't
bro.
touch me,
Wait,
bro.
that's a quote from the king.
I bet it is. I'll bet it is. I don't think you're supposed to touch him.
All right. I mean,
right?
It used to be that way with the
shake his hand.
queen.
He offers his
it was
hand.
that way with the queen.
He offers his hand to greet you.
Then you do.
you can greet him. Yes.
But when he's just trying to herd you to another place, look, I'm just trying to be the shepherd here, okay?
And he's not touching him.
Let's
he's got his arms out.
Right.
He's like, we're going
this way, dude. We're going this way.
Leave the guard with the bearskin hat on
Old
alone.
man.
I would like to also point out.
Let's go.
You know, we played this video yesterday. We didn't let it play this long, but the entire walk, all the way through, right now, still. He has refused to close his freaking mouth.
Don't touch me, bro.
Right. Because he's drooling out of it. And I don't think he wants his spit to go down his throat because he'd choke on it. So that's why he has the mouth open, so the drool can come out.
So that's the same guy, right? That's the same guy who just said we're not going to make sex crimes against children a high priority.
Back in May, though. Back in May. It's all old hat now.
That had nothing to do with the
At
mouth.
this point, what difference does it make?
Thank
right?
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
At this point, he's already showered with his daughter when it was inappropriate to do so. So
Again, that was
whatever.
in her diary. It was a dream.
No, it was a long time ago.
Thank you.
She's completely forgiven him for that.
Well, obviously, we saw the balcony at July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is she there for the 4th?
I think she was the one.
I don't know if that was her.
Are you
or
sure?
her
That's
grand-
Hunter's wife.
It was
Oh,
your
was it?
granddaughter.
That's Hunter's wife, yeah.
Okay, that family.
Really?
With the kids, yeah.
Okay, some weird stuff going
Lot
on
of
with the
gropage.
Biden family.
Mhm.
Seriously, they're gropers. They are just, we're a family of gropers, so yeah, we like to grope one another. Is that wrong?
Aren't you just huggers?
right?
Some families are
No,
huggers.
we're gropers.
We got some good news. We got Jamie Foxx out and about, apparently. That's
Do we know?
been reported. He was,
Yeah.
Jeffy says you saw him on the Chicago
He was on
River.
a boat.
This weekend, they showed him on a boat just sitting there
Okay.
giving everybody a little wave away from the thing. I thought it was kind of a Damar Hamlin-ish kind of look. He's on the boat
but
just
see what
kind of
you
giving
think.
a quick wave.
See what you think of this one in the
And,
SUV.
okay.
Watch this.
All right. Oh, yeah, there.
There he is.
There
huh?
he is.
Oh,
Was that
yeah,
him,
still,
though?
I know.
So the lady,
didn't
the
look
lady
like
that posted it said that he apparently helped her find her purse that she had lost or something.
Did he?
Really?
So
Okay.
Okay.
let's play it again. Let's, maybe we pause it on him.
I
and
saw
take
a
look.
picture on the movie set with his body double and Cameron Diaz, and man, they.
Okay, well, all right.
That's him, right?
Is that him? I don't know.
All right.
It's reported as Jamie Foxx.
I don't know that looks like Jamie Foxx.
Oh, the mystery
Does it?
deepens.
Is that him?
Yeah, I mean, it could
I
be the
don't know,
body
maybe.
double. That looks like Jamie right there.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I really do.
But Jeffy makes a good point. Not many of us, Joe Biden, have a body double.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if someone was going to pull that,
Yeah.
but let's not ruin it.
Now
Let's
they're
not ruin
saying
it. He's
people
great.
are messing with those photos and whatever, and it's not a body double. But what are they going to say? It has been fact checked, that claim.
Well,
but
there's
I mean, that guy's
would you be
guy's
surprised if he had a body double? I wouldn't.
yeah, but
know.
that guy's
I
face
would
has
not.
been carved up.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
a lot going on with that face
A
over the years.
lot is going on. Yes.
Well, when you're a
no doubt
groper.
about that.
When you're a groper.
You're a groper.
Yeah.
We like to grope in our family. We like to grope.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.